Hey guys, how's it going? Welcome back to another video. So lately, I've been compiling a list of little things that I think can make your home office and desk setup better, but the problem is I think they're all a bit weird sounding, and I've had some troubles incorporating them naturally into a video. Well, I've had enough of trying to do that, so I'm gonna create this video, a video of 10 weird things that I think could help improve your overall work from home experience. But before we get started, as usual, I want to make a few things clear. Even though a lot of the items that I'm going to talk about in this video aren't super pricey, and in some cases they're free, I still want to emphasize that productivity is not about the things you own, it's about your mindset. It's easy these days to go down a rabbit hole of buying things you just don't need. If you're already happy with your setup, then you've already won the game. For me, keep in mind that I create tech videos for YouTube, and I've also had the privilege of working from home full time for the past several years, so my home office and desk setup is a reflection of just that. None of the things that I talk about in this video are necessary for you to be productive, and certainly none of the things that I show you are necessary to buy. Always take your time upgrading your desk setup, and please only purchase products when it's reasonable for you to do so. With that, let's dive into the video. So as I make this video, summer has officially begun. My office can get quite toasty during the day, so for the most part, I've been using a simple tower fan to keep air circulating around the room. One thing I got recently is an under the desk fan. It sounds basic, but it's been a game changer. It keeps me cool during long work sessions without blasting air in my face by default, or making noise on my mic during calls. Mine can be tilted upwards so it can blow air directly at my face if I prefer. Honestly, it takes up barely any space and makes my whole desk area feel more comfortable, especially working long hours during the summer months. A great little sidekick to any setup is the Raspberry Pi. Now, for those of you who are unfamiliar, the Raspberry Pi is effectively a single board computer that runs Raspberry Pi OS, which is a Linux distro formerly known as Raspbian. In addition to it being a single board computer, it uses very little power and can literally run 24/7. Now, why is the Pi helpful? Well, it has a lot of uses, from serving as a tiny file server, a home automation hub, or even as a dedicated music streamer. I use mine primarily for two reasons. First is to run RetroPie, which is an open source project that sits on top of Raspberry Pi OS and turns your Pi into a mini retro gaming console. People have done awesome things with RetroPie, such as even creating their own custom arcade cabinets. I also use it to run Samba, which is an always-on small file sharing service that runs directly on the Pi. Effectively, it's like a mini NAS that I use to access commonly used files across my home network. It's fairly straightforward to set up and is a neat little first project with the Pi. Things like video footage, scripts, or images go onto a shared folder on the Pi, and I can grab them on any device, regardless of its OS, instantly over Wi-Fi. If you've seen any of my home office content, you've probably recognized the Grovemade headphones holders that I use for my headphones. They're handmade and high quality, but I sometimes get heat for using Grovemade products as first, they really are quite pricey, and second of all, they're fairly ubiquitous across a lot of desk setups on YouTube at this point. Additionally, people who are skilled in woodworking, provided they have the materials, can just create these things for themselves. However, an alternative that isn't nearly as pricey is using a spring clamp as a headphones holder. I saw this cool hack on MKBHD's channel when Marquez was giving an office tour, so shout out to Andrew over at MKBHD for giving me this idea, though I doubt he'll ever see this video. These heavy-duty clamps cost me a couple of bucks each, took all of a second to pop onto the desk edge, and easily holds up one or more of my headphones without budging an inch. The rubber-tipped jaws even keep it from scratching the desk. If anything, it's a great conversation starter when you're showing someone your office. Speaking of headphones, never underestimate the power of a good pair of noise-canceling cans. If you're in a shared space or just want to get into the zone, these can really help. If you want to splurge a bit, headphones or earbuds with ANC or active noise cancellation are fantastic, as ANC actively works by picking up outside sound waves and inverting it through a process called phase inversion, which cancels out the sound. This is opposed to passive noise cancellation with other headphones, whereby the headphones physically cancels out the sound with soundproofing materials. Personally, my current favorites are the Sony XM5s, which have actually gotten a little cheaper since the new XM6s recently came out, and two from SteelSeries, the SteelSeries Arctis Nova Pro Wireless, which I did a review on, and for earbuds, the SteelSeries Arctis Game Buds, which I've actually had a lot of fun testing out over the past couple of weeks. Something that's really handy to have around your office is a precision toolkit. Honestly, I feel like this is one of those "why didn't I get this sooner" upgrades for your home office. A lot of gadgets these days hide their guts behind little Phillips, Torx, or hex screws. Good kits like the iFixit toolkit, which I use, put pretty much every bit size you'll ever need in one case, including other tools that you might find helpful for whatever it is that you're trying to do at the time. Whether a monitor arm needs a tweak, or you need to upgrade or fix something in one of your gaming handhelds, you can do this in minutes instead of rummaging through your bags or containers looking for that very specific screw bit, if you even have it at all. Good kits come with little pry tools that help you get access to things like certain keyboards or whatever it is that you need to pop open. Speaking of gadgets, having somewhere to organize your most used ones is really helpful. If you find yourself constantly reaching for things like USB sticks, portable SSDs, or in my case, my earbuds, then having a little pouch or container can be handy. Obviously, stuffing them into a drawer nearby also works too, but I do like having a little container that organizes them handy, as they are portable, so if I work anywhere outside my office, like a coffee shop, I can just bring them with me. As far as cable management goes, you might find that over time, you'll be upgrading and changing your desk items, which will necessitate you to refactor how you do your cable management. Velcro zip ties are, without a doubt, better than traditional zip ties, especially when it comes to doing cable management. Traditional one-use zip ties are really annoying when you have to refactor anything, and even the ones that you can undo aren't nearly as convenient. As much as you and I love tech, having a bit of greenery around the office can help reduce the industrial monotony and overall improve how the space feels. Fake or real, seeing plants around you can help reduce stress, and if they're real, can even improve air quality. Yes, I know, the fake small IKEA plants are everywhere these days, but they do still add a nice little pop of color to reduce the monotony of seeing cables and tech everywhere. Not that that's a bad thing, it just changes it up a little bit. It's a small touch, but can make your workspace more inviting and personal. Another weird thing that I think makes your space more fun to be in are little desk trinkets that mean something to you personally. These can be literally anything. Figures of your favorite cartoon or video game characters, or even some wall art. Whatever inspires you, makes you happy, or in my case, having Emperor Palpatine stare at me all the time to make sure I get my work done. It all seems silly, but it can make your desk space and home office unique to you and you alone. Last, perhaps the weirdest but hopefully easiest thing for you to add to make your home office and desk space better is natural light. Put your desk where the sun can reach it. Natural light flat out helps with focus, energy, and creativity. It might sound funny coming from someone who likes to feature my office as moody and dark, but trust me when I say this, I do try and keep the curtains open for most of the day. A sheer curtain or frosted film can diffuse harsh midday sun, and if you're shooting videos and you don't have your own studio lights, that diffused light is basically a free softbox. On the flip side, a set of blackout curtains are also really handy. Whether you need consistent lighting for color critical work, or at times use your office like a small YouTube studio like I do and need to control your light, they're good to have around. Whatever you do, avoid that overhead light. I just really hate overhead lights. They are the enemy. That's about all I have for this one, guys. If you're still here, thank you for the privilege of your time. I do appreciate it. Drop me an Emperor Palpatine down below, just so I can give you a like for sticking around until the end of the video. If you like this video, please remember to hit that like button, and please consider subscribing and hitting that bell icon so you know when I release new videos. Also, please consider sharing the video if you think this video is helpful and you think it would help someone else you know. Doing all of these things really helps me out in growing this small channel. I've got more tech, desk setup, and gaming content planned as usual, so please stay tuned for that. As always, thank you very much for watching, and I'll catch you in the next one. See ya.